live in Houston, Texas.
Let's go.
The night is here, the wait is over, bros.
Yes.
We have one of the most monumental battle rap cards set to get underway for the weekend.
Yes.
It's a 2-day card. Not one, it's a 2-day card. I couldn't be more excited to be here.
I'm excited.
I'm very excited, bros. The atmosphere is thick. You can cut it with a knife.
Yes.
Houston has been such a great hosting ground. All the fans are excited. They're ready to go. We've been walking around the hotel, the venue. We've seen a lot of rappers.
Yes.
They seem locked in, bros.
Yes.
Did you get that vibe?
Yes. Absolutely. Everybody seems focused. Everybody seems dialed in.
Yes.
You see them off in their little bubbles and the little corners.
I did not catch a lot of parking lot battles.
Right.
I did not catch a lot of
I see a lot of the
battles.
eye of the tiger.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, everybody keeps saying the same thing. They want to make a statement this weekend.
Yes.
And I think it's because the stage is set for Daylight and Rum Nitty.
Well, I mean, Froze, there's a lot of battlers here.
Absolutely.
You know, and just being at the hotel with all the battlers, it almost feels like, you know, if you're at the gym or something like that, you're in the locker room with the fellas. Yes, absolutely. But everybody seems to want to stand out.
Absolutely.
And when you're on a card with 30, 40-something battlers,
yes,
that's a tall order.
Absolutely.
You have to be on your A game.
You have to be on your A game.
So we should expect fireworks here from these battlers
We should expect fireworks. It should be a spectacle. And before we get started, once again, I want to speak to you, the fans. Well, the runway is clear and TBL is here. Sometimes you have to take a loss before you make a profit. Battle rap as we know it is no longer the same battle rap. Major companies, major leagues who used to throw monthly events, well, those times have came and went. And here's TBL taking the floor, delivering battles that you want to see live into your living room. They have taken on the burden of carrying the culture that has no direction into the right direction. There is 40 of the top 100 battlers set to perform here this weekend. They have their books, and they're going to tell you the story. Last but not least, I want to give a special shout out and a rest in peace to Bishop Brigante. Take that mirror down now. And if your friends won't tell you, Frozy will. Welcome in Battle Rap World. We are back. I am your host on the ones and twos, Frozy, and I got my little brother with me today, my young boy.
Hater-free bros.
All right, I'll tell you what. Nobody's been calling Broze a hater all week.
No.
And I'll tell you what, bros. I've had better weeks.
Yes.
It's been a rough week for Froze.
My week's been great.
Your week's been great.
All the battlers showing me love.
Yeah.
All of them.
Well, I will say this. I'm in a better mood. You know, Mass 6 was a spectacle.
Yes.
It's hard to duplicate an event like that. When you have 2 days, you got 40 battlers, getting them in the same city alone is a task.
Yes.
So the fact that majority of the battlers are here, 99.9% of them, that's a win so far. Now, I do have an announcement, a few announcements, bros.
Yeah.
We got good news.
Okay.
And we got bad news.
Okay.
What should I deliver first?
Bad news.
New Jersey Twerk and A Ward will not be going down this weekend. Twerk suffered a foot injury, and it has hindered him being able to perform here tonight. Want to apologize to all the fans that bought the pay-per-view for that particular battle. You know, it's unfortunate. We all know that was a big matchup. That was a marquee matchup. That mattered this weekend. That had implications on it. It was one of the top 3 battles of the weekend. So for the fans, we'd like to apologize. It's a little bit out of our hands. But I got some good news.
Let's get some good news.
I got some good news.
Don't dwell on that bad news.
We got some surprise battles.
Some what?
Some surprise battles for day one. And
okay, now let me ask you a question. Before you say, like, what kind of surprise battles are we talking about?
You know, bros, let
like,
me break it down.
Okay. Like, are these like big name surprise battles?
These are not battles that were put together in 48 hours. These have been booked. So before I announce these and you guys say, oh, look, they did some throw-in battles, no, that actually isn't the case. TBL was able to keep this secret. They were able to keep this on the low.
Wait.
These battles are sanctioned.
40-something battles, and they tucked a couple more for the fans.
Yes, they did.
Wow.
Battle number 1 for the surprise battle of the weekend. Versus Cortez.
What?
I got another one.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Yes.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
I'm going to let you just bypass Av versus Cortez.
Yeah.
That's happening day 1?
That's happening day 1, I do believe. And day 2, I'm not going to lie to you, bros.
Well, talk to me.
We got Swamp versus Chess.
Oh, no, I'm out.
So, we got some bad news, but we got better news. It's not all bad. And for the fans,
Swamp
versus Chess is going down this weekend, bros, here at Apollo. And I want to tilt my hat to TBL. Shout out to King of the Dot. You know, they got a lot of the credit for the Match 6 event.
Yes.
And here's TBL standing alone this time. And I think they're going to get their just due. And when you have surprise battles like that, surrounded by a card like this, that speaks volumes, bros.
Those are 2 monster battles, bro.
That
2
speaks
monster
volumes.
battles on a card that's already star-studded, action-packed. We just added 2 more battles to that. That's crazy to me.
Swamp versus Chess.
Come on, man. That's not a throw-together matchup.
It is ridiculous.
That's not a throw-together matchup.
It is not a throw-together matchup. And I want to be clear once again. These were not booked a week ago. These were not booked 5 days ago. Expect these surprise battles to be prepped and ready to go, just like the other 40-something battlers that are on this card.
I love to hear it.
Now, we will be starting tonight off this afternoon with one of my favorite battles.
I don't know if you can hear the background. We just got some news that Capo and Snake Eyes, we got the call to the stage.
That's starting off day 1.
We got the call to the stage.
That is starting off day 1, bros. I want to talk about this battle.
Okay, Let's talk about it. I think Capo is one of my new favorites.
New favorite guys?
Yeah.
And Snake Eyes is one of my favorite guys. So here we go. Little Snake versus Capo.
You want to bet on it?
I got a little 20 on Snake. A little 20 on Capo.
I'll take the bet.
Okay, that's good. You guys heard it. So if Broze is walking around later on with a black eye, he didn't pay the bet. Capo versus Snake Eyes. Let's be clear here. You know, selling the battle is everything nowadays.
Yes.
Here we are in a climate where battle rap is really dominated by outside activity over the bars. And I can't say it's the best time, but for the most part, these 2 brothers, you know, they embody promo, right? We're talking about Bags and Bodies history. Okay, they were on the reality show together.
Yes.
You know, Snake Eyes.
There's a storyline here.
There is a storyline here.
It makes for the best battles.
Absolutely, bros. And they're 2 guys that I significantly feel like want to win this battle.
Yes.
Right? Now, Snake Eyes and Capo, for me, like, Capo is like the New Orleans version of Snake Eyes when it comes to promo. Right? But he's a little bit more irritating.
Okay.
Capo will get under your skin a little bit.
Yes, he does have that ability. That's part of what I like about it, too. It is.
Yes, and in Snake Eyes, it's not hard to get him too upset, right?
No, it don't take much. Don't take much.
So, you know, you say a few things about Snake Eyes he don't like. What are you talking about? You were sleeping in the closet, B. You know, and he gets right into that bag, and that's what we all love Snake Eyes for. And here's the thing. You know, there's so many battlers on this card, you know, they all bring something different to the table. They all have their own perks. They have their weaknesses. They have their strengths. And that's the beauty of battle rap. It's subjective. And for me, these 2 dudes sparking the night off is perfect.
Well, let me ask you a question, Froze.
Got an answer for you.
Because that's okay. We just got news from Avo.
Breaking news.
We just got news from Avo.
Will be judged.
So which adds more implications onto this.
You know,
battle.
Avo just made me start sweating.
So let me ask you a question, and I'll add to my question with that news that we just got. Knowing, because I'm assuming that they knew it was judged, they asked for this to be judged.
Yeah.
Right. So does that add any pressure in the preparation?
Absolutely, bros. It changes the whole dynamic of a battle, right? We're going to find out the winner and loser immediately.
Live on spot.
And the part that's tough about it is sometimes a good battle is very hard to judge.
Yes.
So you get a classic. Usually when those battles aren't judged, you both walk away as winners.
Yes.
But in this case, this is a credited win and a credited loss.
Yes, which means debatables, you don't get to say it's a debatable. the guy you're a fan of won, vice versa. Nah, we're going to get a clear winner from the eyes of the judges and the fans today.
When you have a classic battle, the fans win, you win. It's split. The judges take that away. And that's what a judge battle is as far as dynamic changing.
So, Froze, as a battler, how do you deal? Because there's different levels of pressure and there's different stages of pressure when it's time to battle. And there's money on the floor.
Do we know that it's money on the floor? Somebody's walking away with a small purse.
So how do you deal with the pressure of preparing, knowing that it's judged?
Yeah.
And then you have the pressure of performing for not only the fans, but also the judges that are judging the battle.
And money on the floor. You know, Broze, tunnel vision. You can't let it really creep into your mindset. Whether the battle is judged or not, Snake Eyes, Capo, they know what it's like to have professional battles, right? Even though Capo is newer in his tenure, he's still been around long enough to understand the implications. Absolutely. Yes. He has a specialty of finding a way on big cards against big battle rappers. But honestly, you can't worry about that. You literally have to prep, and it all comes down to executing your material. You know, Houston is deemed as one of the best battle rap crowds in the world. So if you did your job during the prep, if you did your job getting ready in the months, because there's not been weeks, it's been months for this lead up. There's no excuses for chokes here, bros. So money on the line, do your job, don't overthink it. The rest will take care of itself. I mean, we're talking about, you know, high-level battles.
I think both battlers here could use a standout performance.
Absolutely.
You know, I think that's what both of those guys need here.
Does the money on the floor and it being judged take away both guys being able to have standouts, in your opinion?
No, I don't, because both guys can perform well.
Yeah.
It just so happens that we have to pick a winner here.
Right.
Normal circumstances, we don't.
Right.
We let the fans, you know, choose, and it's a real objective sport.
So do you feel like even if you lose the judge battle, if you had a great performance, the fans will speak for you?
They will. Now, your opponent will always be able to say,
I got you.
I got you.
Yeah, I got you.
Right? And that's the pressure, though, that we talk about, that I'm speaking of, right?
Right.
I mean, I think Snake Eyes has been in judge battles before.
Absolutely.
Yeah, one with Twerk, if I'm not mistaken, with Midnight Madness, right? I think the whole tournament between Bags and Bodies, that whole series, they were all judged.
Absolutely.
So both guys are accustomed to this.
That's a great point, bro.
Right?
That's a great point.
Accustomed to this. So I'm with you. We shouldn't have no setbacks. Both guys should be tip-top shape.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And we'll find out here
in just a few minutes. Before we get into the ring, I mean, we got a few more minutes to speak to you. Bros, I mean, let's just run through the cards, some notables. How are you feeling about Marv 1 Arsenal?
I think that's one of the most important battles on day one.
Tell me why.
Well, because you got two storybook careers, right? You got two pioneers in their own right.
Absolutely.
I mean, first ballot.
Yes.
That's not even a question.
Arsenal's not much more worthy.
We're talking about two guys that battle rap started on.
Yes.
Right? First generations.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Especially with the new era in battle rap, how we do it today professionally.
Yes.
Right? So these guys been around. They're veterans. They know what it's like. I'm expecting heavy action. So, hey, Broze, I'm expecting heavy. I mean, no, I ain't mean because Marv's a heavy guy. I'm saying, I ain't mean it like that.
I'll tell you what. You know, this is a legacy battle for me.
Absolutely.
You know, when you look at these two brothers, you know, every battler in the world has almost faced Marv 1 or Arsenal.
Yes.
So the fact that battle hasn't happened is surprising to me, and it makes the matchup a little bit more fun.
And that's what's great about TBL so far, right? Because they're putting matchups together that you didn't know you needed until you see them on the paper.
Absolutely.
Another one that I'm so excited about that's standing out to me is Chef Trez versus Luke Castro.
I'm too strong.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
There's three of them things.
Yes.
I mean, every time I see Luke Castro, I let him know right to his face, ain't no way you stronger than me. Ain't no way.
And I'll tell you what, Lou can use a good performance this weekend.
Yes.
You know, not to say he hasn't had good performances lately, but what I will say is Lou Castro got hot at a point, and it started to kind of level out a little bit. And I think, you know, a lot of Lou Castro fans and just battle rap fans, it's about time for Lou Castro to have a statement performance. But
what's great about Lou, though, he has the ability to be electrifying.
But he's going up against Yes, obviously he has the ability to be electrifying. Yes. That's why he's a pro.
Yes.
It's Luke Castro. But he needs a performance versus somebody who's a show stealer.
Yeah.
He's a showstopper.
Yeah.
I've seen Chef Trez control any room, any city, in front of any type of crowd.
With his bars.
And
with his rebuttal.
Freestyle on the fly.
There we go.
It's what makes Chef Trez a special battle. We're just moments away from getting to the first battle of the night. Apologize for the wait. We hate making you guys wait. We know how it is. Avo, are we ready to go to the ring or we keep going?
The energy in the energy in the building is starting to feel like battle rap. They're starting to, like they're getting ready.
I want to say something that has nothing to do with the card.
Okay, talk to me.
Shout out to Houston. You guys have a lot of beautiful ladies out here.
Yes.
The ladies are in the building.
Great outfits.
They're beautiful.
Yes.
If your friends won't tell you, Froze will. Yes. Shout out to Houston for that. Snake Eyes versus Capo.
If you see my eyes wandering, don't trust me. I can't help it. I can't help it.
Now, also, bro, just to get into a little bit of day 2 talk, Jay the Nightwing versus Ill Will.
Bro, I don't know if I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not mad at you for that. But there's so much here on day 1.
For sure.
I don't know if my brain is ready to even.
Well, you got hired and you got paid. So get your brain ready
and do your job.
And do your fucking job. Okay, I asked you a question. Okay. Just answer it.
That's all. And you asked me about a very hard battle.
2 people cannot drive 1 steering wheel.
Okay, talk to me. Well, they do have those. They do have those
for student drivers. Are you a student driver?
Well, no, I'm saying for you.
Okay. Just in case you. So I'm trying to wheel you back. You're going over the yellow line.
Okay.
I gotta pull you back on the between the lines.
Nightwing, Ill Will. I think that's one of also the standout battles.
Absolutely.
Because you got 2 dudes that are relentless.
Yes.
Right? They can be relentless in the style.
Unique.
Absolutely, in the styles. I think it's a style clash, but I think both dudes bring energy to the ring.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
And I think Jay the Nightwing.
Criminally underrated. I agree with you. I already knew what you were thinking.
Bro.
Okay, One-Eyed Willie has just entered the ring. Avo handed him his water.
we are mic'd up.
He is mic'd up.
And look, he has a hoodie on.
He has a hoodie on.
It's summertime.
It is summertime. All right, we will be right back after the first battle. Snake Eyes versus Capo Pavado. We'll see you after the battle.
We just hit the block, not one movement. Slide at any cost. We get revenge, it's gonna be plenty lost. We from Jerusalem and tearing down the city walls.
Bullets in the blink. Then I'm in the car with your click. I'ma teach you how to slide. Now it's time to talk about this shit. The conversation go just like this. I'ma teach you how to slide. Get caught, no we can't slip. We might be doing life behind the fence. I'ma teach you how to slide. If they outside, they blitz. And once we get the shooting, don't miss. I'ma teach you how to slide.
Yeah, nigga riding with the stick. Knock a nigga down and play defense. If we going, then we going. But everybody ain't finna know it. Niggas got hard with shit, it's time to show it. Niggas better not blow it. Sliding on the niggas that you hate. If it's a man down, it's time to celebrate. No, we ain't finna play.